In the name of Allah, the gracious, the most merciful. Very, very good morning, students. Today, we will discuss about polymerase chain reaction or PCR. This PCR process is basically DNA replication process. In the normal conditions, the DNA replication is going on in the living cells under living conditions. But PCR process is carried out in the laboratory condition in the test tube. And so PCR is a process by which we can get multiple copies of gene, multiple copies of DNA. It is a continuous process and chain reaction in which the products of the reaction can be used again and again. The products can be used in the next PCR process. And so it is a continuous process. This process is basically for the gene amplification, for the DNA amplification, in which we can get much amount of gene or DNA for use in various purposes. If a forensic team has collected small amount of DNA at crime scene, they multiply and they increase the amount of the gene or DNA so that this DNA can be used again and again in the laboratory. This is very important process in the biotechnology. And so we will define the polymerase chain reaction. Definition: the process by which DNA polymerase is used to copy DNA nucleotide sequence of interest repeatedly, making millions of copies of same DNA. If we have a gene of interest, small amount of DNA, we can make millions of copies of DNA in the laboratory condition by using DNA polymerase enzyme. Earlier methods of obtaining multiple copies of DNA were very time consuming and expensive. But this process is achieved. By the process we can obtain the multiple copy of the gene, but these processes are expensive and time consuming, but this process is cheap and quick process. We can get much amount of DNA or gene in short time as compared to other methods. Gene amplification. PCR is very specific. The targeted DNA sequence can be less than 1 part in a million of the total DNA sample. This means that a single gene, a smaller piece of DNA among all the human genes can be amplified, can be copied by using PCR machine. If we have small amount of DNA from human genome and this amount can be amplified, can be copied many times, and so this is the process which is very important for obtaining multiple copies of gene or DNA. Why PCR is named so? PCR is named from DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase is an enzyme which is present in the living cells to carry out DNA replication. This PCR process is carried out in the laboratory condition, in the test tube, or in vitro. The DNA polymerase enzyme is also used in this process in the laboratory condition also. So this process is given after the name of DNA polymerase. PCR takes its name for DNA polymerase. The name of PCR is given on the basis of DNA polymerase enzyme. It is the enzyme that carries out DNA amplification in a cell. In the cell environment, when cells divide again and again, DNA is also replicated, and so to increase the amount of DNA in the cell, the replication process is going on in the cell continuously. But in this case, this process is carried out under the laboratory conditions. It is considered a chain reaction because DNA polymerase carry out replication over and over again until there are millions of copies of desired gene. We can get millions of the copies of gene of interest or desired genes in this process. PCR versus cloning. PCR is a process in which we can get multiple copies of genes of interest, but in the cloning, very, very huge quantity of DNA can be obtained. The PCR cannot be replaced by the cloning. When we have to get protein products, when we have to get vaccines, drugs, enzymes, hormones, for example insulin, the cloning process is the best process to get the biotechnology products. But PCR is also very important because this process is a very quick process. In limited time, we can collect multiple copies of gene of interest or desired gene. PCR does not replace cloning, which is still used whenever a large quantity of gene or protein product is needed. Now we discuss the process of polymerase chain reaction. There are three main steps which are carrying out in the polymerase chain reaction. The first process is denaturation of the DNA. Firstly, we will denature the piece of DNA, segment of DNA or gene. This denaturation is carried out at 92 degrees centigrade. The first step is the denaturation of the DNA. First step, denaturation. In this step, the DNA strands are separated, separating the two DNA strands. This process is the separating of two DNA strands. This is the DNA strand, 5' end to 3' end, and 3' end to 5' end. This is the double strand of DNA. Heat for 1 minute. The temperature will be 92 degrees centigrade. This is the optimum temperature for polymerase chain reaction. It may vary from DNA to DNA. And so the optimum temperature is 92 degrees centigrade. And when these two DNA strands are separated, when we heat this DNA, these are separated. And so this process is known as denaturation. So the temperature of denaturation is 92 degree centigrade. The second step of PCR is annealing. Annealing means hybridization. And so the primers hybridize or make pairing to the DNA strand. The primers are required in the process of polymerase chain reaction. They are the sequence of 20 bases. Every primer is a sequence of 20 bases. And so the temperature of annealing or hybridization is 55 degree centigrade. That is hybridization. It is also called hybridization. So in this case, primers are added. Primers hybridize or to make pairing. Primers hybridize or to make pairing. To make pairing with the DNA strand. With the DNA strand. The temperature of annealing is 55 degree centigrade. The first temperature when denaturation is carried out is 92 degrees centigrade. Then we cool the DNA. And so cool for 2 minutes and add primer. In the annealing process, the temperature is less or cool temperature as compared to denaturation temperature. And so the primers are added because these primers start the replication process. DNA polymerase cannot start the replication process. It will continue the process. The addition of the primers is very important. Without primers, the replication process is not going on. And so it starts the process. The third step of PCR is extension or elongation. Extension or elongation. In the process of extension, DNA nucleotides comes and add and attach with the primers. DNA nucleotides bind with the primers. And so DNA nucleotides comes and bind with the primers. And the temperature of the extension process is the 72 degree centigrade. The extension process, the extension or elongation process is going on 72 degree centigrade. See in the figure, after cooling, these primers are added to every strand of the DNA. This is the primer and this is the primer, and so the DNA nucleotides start adding with the primer, and DNA polymerase continue this process. The DNA polymerase is attached at this point, and so elongation process is going on. The DNA nucleotides are added continuously with the primer, and replication process is going on further. And so we can get from one molecule of DNA to two molecule of DNA. This is from 5' end to 3' end, and this is from 3' end to 5' end. And so this is the new DNA, and so it will be from 3' end to 5' end. They are antiparallel. These two strands are antiparallel, and these two strands are also antiparallel. So from 5' end to 3' end. And so I told you that this process is a continuous process. It is repeatedly going on. And when from one molecule of the DNA, two molecules are formed, this process is repeated. The product of the process are used as reactants. This is the one molecule of DNA, and this is the second molecule of DNA. And so from these two molecules of the DNA, more copies are formed, and so this process is repeated, this cycle is repeated, because polymerase chain reaction is a cyclic process, and so this is the whole steps of the polymerase chain reaction. Now we discuss the role of primers. I told you that DNA polymerase cannot start the process, cannot start PCR, but it is the primers which start the PCR. Primers, basically, these are the sequences of the nucleotides which consist of 20 bases. And so, with the primers, the DNA nucleotides are added. So this is the primer. This is also a primer. With this strand, this primer is required. With this strand, this primer is required. And so the DNA, new DNA nucleotides attach, bind with these primers, and process is started. After starting the process, DNA polymerase continues the process. It extends the process. Now, role of the primers. Before carrying out PCR, primers must be available. Without primers, PCR reaction cannot be started. Primers. The sequence of about 20 bases that are complementary to the bases on either side of the target DNA. This is the target DNA, and this is also the target DNA. And the bases of the primers are complementary to the target DNA. In this case also, the sequence of bases of primer is the complementary to this target DNA. The primers needed because DNA polymerase does not start the replication process. It only continues or extends the process after primers bind with the complementary base pairing to the DNA strand. DNA polymerase copies the targeted DNA, and DNA polymerase, after binding the primer, the DNA polymerase work, and so it will extend the DNA, new DNA strand, and so at this place the DNA polymerase can be attached. Please note it. Now we discuss the DNA polymerase which is used in polymerase chain reaction. As you know that PCR is carried out at very high temperature. When we denature the DNA, the 92 degrees centigrade temperature is required. But you have also studied that DNA polymerase is an enzyme. It is the property of enzymes that almost all enzymes are denatured, are destroyed at high temperature. But in this case, a special type of DNA polymerase is used, and this is known as tag polymerase. This DNA polymerase is extracted from a bacterium. This bacterium lives in hot springs, and this tag polymerase is thermostable. It cannot be destroyed at 92 degrees centigrade, and so in this case we use the DNA polymerase which is known as the tag polymerase. And this tag polymerase is extracted from a bacterium which is known as Thermus aquaticus. It lives in hot springs. And tag polymerase, DNA polymerase used in temperature is insensitive and thermostable enzyme extracted from the bacterium known as Thermus aquaticus, which live in hot springs. Commonly, this enzyme is also known as tag polymerase. This tag polymerase is used normally in polymerase chain reaction because this reaction will continue and not be interrupted. For carrying out PCR continuously, we use this tag polymerase, which is the temperature insensitive enzyme. It is thermostable. It can bear temperature of 92 degrees centigrade. It can withstand high temperature, which is used to separate the double-stranded DNA. In this case, this double-stranded DNA is separated at the 92 degrees centigrade, and this step is known as denaturation, and the enzyme which is used at this temperature is a special enzyme, tag polymerase. Therefore, the replication process need not to be interrupted by the need to add more enzyme. To continue the process, again and again, we use the tag polymerase, which is insensitive to temperature. Now, we discuss about thermocycler. There is an automated PCR machine. It is very important machine which is present in any laboratory, especially the biotechnology laboratories can equip this PCR machine, and this PCR machine is known as the thermocycler. because this is a cyclic process. The polymerase chain reaction is a cyclic process. And so this is carried out in the thermocycler, in the automated PCR machine. PCR is done in an automated PCR machine known as thermocycler, which is a routine piece of equipment in any laboratory. And so this is a routine piece. And so it is always present in any biotechnology laboratory where polymerase chain reaction is carried out. This topic is very important. Please prepare this topic thoroughly, and thank you very much.